Woohoo! Day 15. Today was weigh-in day. So if you've been following my journey in weight loss, I am on a semaglutide, medically taken care of shot. God, I can't really talk every time, but I want you to all know that all my vlogs are like just on the spot. I don't edit it. It is raw, real emotion, whatever's going on throughout this journey. It has been a little bit of a ride, but hey, I am sticking with it. Yeah, I know that for the few days back that I was kind of like, well, might want to stop this. I might not want to do this anymore. I was tired of like the fatigue. I did a little bit of research and just going through the motions, and also talked to my doctor, and they said that it would be good to at least get a B12 shot with this, it's also an added part of my package. You can do it once a month. You can do it at least once a week, but if you take regular supplements for that as well, that's okay. It doesn't have to necessarily be at your weight loss center. But they do offer it, and specifically the center that I go to, they do offer it. So I'm at least going to do it once a month and see. It's supposed to help with some of the nausea, which hasn't been too bad, but waking up in the morning I think has been the worst. Still been great with feeling full. I do sometimes have to force myself to eat a little bit just to have something ongoing. Today was my first sort of started of a headache, but not too bad. I just took some Aleve and I'm better now and I'm good to go. So I'm happy for that. Let's see, did do my water. I did have an energy drink. It's definitely something to wean off of. I know that I have gotten the worst fatigue, and I think that out of this whole journey, that has been the worst, has been the fatigue. I was already super fatigued prior to this. I do have thyroid issues. I had hyper, which I wound up losing a lot of weight. It took like 6 months for my doctor to freaking figure out what was going on with me, and all they could have done is look at my thyroid. I had to do an iodine treatment, which they make you take a pill, and it's like radioactive, and it killed my thyroid all the way. So then I started gaining all this weight back. But going through that, I was really sick, and I just felt like a cancer patient. And then, of course, going through actual cancer, I had stage 3 ovarian cancer, and there were complications through that. But, my weight has constantly fluctuated throughout the years. After 3 children, I have had an active life, and then, life happens, and we all think that, I'm never going to gain weight. I'm going to get my high school body back. Doesn't always really happen, not always realistic, and just trying to do my best. But this time I'm doing it for me, and not in the hopes to get my high school body back. I just want to, my goal is 150. Of course, my max out, because of my height, which I'm 5'6", just so that you have a full picture here, is 130 anyway. So, to me, 130, whoa, I would be right back at my high school weight. But I don't expect myself to be that thin. If it happens, it happens. But my main goal is 150. But to get to where we are, if you've made it this far, my weigh-in was 210 today. My original weight was 216. So here, 2 weeks in, and I've lost 6 pounds, which I think is fantastic. I think I'm doing great. I don't really see a difference in my body per se, but that's okay. I know that the scale's coming down. I feel fuller. I'm still eating. I'm still drinking. And even though when I've had things that maybe aren't on a normal so-called diet, but I really don't want to be on a diet. I am trying to eat more proteins. I've always been good with vegetables. I'm not really a picky eater too much, so I really don't have to worry about that. But I just want to eat what I want, and if I want it, I'm going to eat it. And it's all about moderation and balance and knowing what your carb intake is. And that's the key, is knowing more about your carbs than necessarily just all the calories. Of course, that's good to know too. Learn to read your labels. But as a mom of a diabetic, like, carb life is our life. So that's where most of all the sugars come from. That's where all of the nutritional point of any item that you eat is all carb related. That's what your insulin is for those who are not diabetic. And it's the way how I'm gonna do it, and how we have always done it with my diabetic daughter. And it has worked, because that's where you're going to see most of the sugar. It is going to be where you see most of anything that you put in your body, because that has, got to watch out for those alcohol sugars. Those also can make a carb higher in something. So something that says that it's sugar-free probably not necessarily is really sugar-free. You will see it hidden in different parts of carbs. So if you read that on the label, watch the carb amounts more than watch the calorie amounts, because at the end of the day, all those calories come from those carbs. So thank you again for following my journey, and I appreciate everyone who is actually going through the same journey but haven't or doesn't want to obviously vlog it every day. But I know that it makes it really good for me, because it keeps me accountable, and I'm excited to be able to share this journey and then have people that can completely relate to all of this. And if they can't, it could help in some way, shape, or form. So once again, I am super thankful for all of you who will continue and have seen everything that's happened up to this point. So I hope that everyone has a wonderful evening. I'm actually doing this earlier today than I normally do, because I usually do it at the end of the day. But today was a good day, and I hope that continues so that I feel better. And that maybe now that I'm 6 pounds lighter, maybe my energy levels will feel better too. So again, have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you tomorrow.